Well, I finally actually made it on the bank and making a video for you for pike. It's been ages. December the 15th last year was my last pike video. I have been out, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment and what this video is about, but it's so good to be back out and fishing for pike again. My joint favourite species with perch, and obviously, you know, back end of last season I couldn't get to fish for them, so to now be out on the bank and just solely fishing for pike and concentrating on pike for the next sort of 5-6 months is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Anyway, what's this video about? This particular video, if you guys have been on social media and you've been watching other people's or other bloggers' YouTube videos, you'll notice there's a little bit of a competition on at the moment called the Great British Pike Off, which involves 3 other bloggers and myself. Now, this was spoke about a couple of, well, for people who don't know, this was spoke about a couple of years ago, and we only got round to sort of making a competition for real this year. So yeah, who's involved? Obviously myself, and then you got Dom Fishing UK, so Dominic, really nice guy, like Dominic, right laugh, absolute nutcase. You've got the Scouse Angler, Jordan Ackus, again another lovely guy, funny as hell, has me in stitches all the time. Great to see him back making videos. And Steve Keeler, or AKA Paul Hollywood. We don't even call him Steve anymore, we call him Paul, or Mr. Hollywood or whatever. We don't actually call him Steve anymore. So yeah, he's a black country piker. And the reasoning behind the competition and the name really is obviously Paul Hollywood, Great British Pike Off, and then you've got obviously he looks like him, so obviously we named a competition after him. Not to mention that we all come from different parts of the UK, which, you know, goes inside with the name. Actually, it's a right laugh. We've done a couple of lives so far. You'll go on to, what I'll do is I'll stick in the comment section below, and also up in the top corner, right hand corner, the links for all the videos or channel, shall I say, of the other bloggers as well. And make sure you go and check them out, see their updates, because they are starting to put updates out of their first month. Now, it's just the 1st of November today, so it's the 1st of November. So I haven't made an update video for obviously October, because the competition's from October the 1st, traditional pike season, up to March the 14th. Next year. So what's that, just under 6 months. Now, I have been out, I have been fishing, believe it or not, but I didn't film anything. I've done 3 sessions so far where I am on the ponds today, so I'm back on the ponds after, again, last October was the last time I was here. And yeah, fishing the ponds. And I've had, the first session was a blank. It was absolutely diabolical. Second session I had 2 jacks and a really nice take, which is a very slow take, and it was on a big bait, so could have been a big fish, but he dropped the bait basically. Yeah, I had 2 jacks, so about £3, roughly the same weight as each other. I didn't really even bother to take photos of those. I could have filmed it, I just didn't bother. I should have done, obviously, for this competition. And the other one was another blank from last week. So this is my first session I'm actually recording. I feel quite confident today. The weather and the temperature is dropped. It's 11 degrees. It feels really good for a bite. I really need to get my teeth stuck into this competition. Steve's already had a double, or Paul Hollywood's had a double of £10 plus, and then Dominic, if you go and watch his channel again, you'll see that he's had a £13 free fish. So he's leading the competition at the moment with a 13 free. It's not too far out the realms of me catching a double of that size, especially in this particular water. My boss come up here last year, his very first piking session on his own, because we came up together and had a blank session, and then he came up on his own in horrendous conditions and had a 14.5 pounder on his own. He's, you know, with what I've shown him and taught him and spoke to him about catching pike, and yeah, and there are some nice fish in here, and I'm hoping I can bump into one. So I've been here for about 40 minutes roughly. I've had my baits in the water for about 40 minutes. It's fairly early in the morning. I think it's about around, I'd say, 7:45 in the morning. I might stay here till the end of the day. It starts getting dark about 5ish, half 4, 5. So I'm either going to leave around 1 o'clock in the afternoon so I can make it back on the bus without no trouble with the school kids, because getting on the bus will be a nightmare, especially stinking of fish, hopefully. Yeah, I might stay to the end of the day. But basically this is my one and only update for October. So I know it's the 1st of November today, but this will be the October's update. And then obviously I'll start off fresh for the November. So all I'm going to do is sit here, chill, relax, take in this beautiful scenery, and hopefully we can bag a couple of fish, and hopefully a big one. But it'd be nice just to get off the mark and have a couple of fish under my belt. So keep watching, and hopefully I'll bring you back with an update soon. Right guys, there we go. My first fish, 11 pound 3 ounce. So I'm well and truly in this competition. 11 pounds 3 ounce. I'm over the moon. Absolutely lovely fish. This one took a sardine. I repositioned the bait, shallowed it up, and took it after about 3 minutes. So I'm absolutely knackered. I'm over the moon, as you can imagine. My first pike, a double in nearly, I mean, don't look a double because I'm a big fella, but this is 11 pound plus fish, 11 pound 3. Absolutely beautiful. Well and truly over the moon. Oh, it's been a long time coming. So let's get this fish rested, get it back in the water, and I'm in second place so far. I think I'm in second place, yeah. Awesome. Get a few snaps and get her back. Boom. So, got the fish in the net resting. My hands are freezing. I did get a little bit of a raker rash, but I managed to stop it. It was only a small amount. You might see them on the photos. Nothing to write home about. My hands are so numb. Let's just double check on that weight. I'm pretty sure it was 11.3. didn't save, but it was, I promise you it was 11.3. I got no reason to lie. I don't lie on fish. There's no reason to. No, if I wanted to lie, I could have said it was over £13 to be in the lead. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. You know, been brought up with morals. But yes, I'm only lying to myself otherwise, wouldn't I be? So £11 free. My first double of the season, my first fish of the season. Third fish of the season. Absolutely buzzing, over the moon. I'm still classing that as an October fish, even though it's the 1st of November, because this is the October update. Oh man, absolutely fantastic. So, like I say, I've got her resting in the net at the moment. To get the first fish being a double, same as last season. Unfortunately, I ended up in hospital after that double last season, so it'd be, you know, hopefully this is not my only sole double. They're in here, they're definitely in here. So what I'll do is, I'm buzzing at the moment, as you can tell. I'm proper, I could do cartwheels. Still got my rod out. The second rod, incidentally, that's out at the moment, is a small smelt, and that's on a double hook rig. Maybe I'll show you the rigs at some point. They're partridge doubles, or VBs, I think they're called as well. So yeah, I've had them for donkey's years. Absolutely wicked hooks. I sharpen them up and they've lasted me. You know, the bend ain't gone on or anything. But this one was on a tandem treble size 6s Drenham hooks. Just watching my other rod at the moment while this fish recovers. Gonna go down and check her in a minute, and I'll show you me letting her go, hopefully. Didn't bring no GoPro, not doing no fancy footage today. It's all about the update for this competition. So, as far as I'm aware, and as I said a minute ago when I had the fish, I should be in second place with a second place fish. I think Dom's had bigger, apart from the 13.2. I think he's had a bigger one than 11.3. I'm not quite sure. I think he's had a 12 as well, but it still puts me in second place. I'm coming for you, Dom. I told you, mate. You can go out 9 or 10 times in 1 month. I'll go out once, and I'm right behind you. And this is me chomping on your heels, boy. So I really hope Jordan puts down the rods, the Xander and the perch rods, and starts getting his bum or his arse into gear for the pike, because I don't want Dom to think he's going to run away with this. No way. It's all banter. It's all lads fun. But yeah, buzzing at the moment. So Stevie boy, I really hope you nail another one, mate. You're working really hard yourself at the moment. I understand. You're going to that new lake of yours, putting the old live baits out and the old jig fly, the old live bait trout. So I really hope you get back up there and get yourself a couple, mate. But no, this competition's well and truly on. Anyway, that's enough of this fish. I'm gonna let the little beauty swim back into the water, and hopefully, you never know, I might get something bigger. So let me take you down there and show me releasing her. So here we go. I've got her in the margins, just recovering her. She's watching me at the moment with her beady little eye. Just keeping an eye on her. She's beautiful. Just check on her. Yeah, it's very cold. The water's very cold. I'm not going to let her go. Oh, there she goes. She wants to go. I'm just going to make sure. Always rest your fish, guys. Now, especially, well, all fish, all manner of fish, because pike are not, pike are very delicate creatures. There she goes, swimming off lovely into the lake. She's gone to sulk, so we'll keep an eye on her. There she goes. She kicked off nicely. Yeah, don't let your fish go too soon. I've had her resting for about 5 minutes. So let's re-rig that other rod back up and get it out there again. Absolutely fantastic. The other rod's out there. Brilliant. Good stuff. just before I had that recast, the fish just struck in the margins. I don't know if it's a perch or maybe a small jack. I see signs of movement again down there. I may reel that rod in and see if I can nab it at the margins. We'll see. So, little update, guys. No fish since that 11 pounder earlier on this morning. Just gone 10 o'clock now. And yeah, no more fish. I was going to stay possibly till 4 o'clock if I hadn't had a fish. Just so I could get just on the scoreboard, really. Not just for the competition, but for my own peace of mind. But having a double on my first fish on this session was a little bit of a saving grace. Well pleased with it, quite happy with it. Didn't really have too much of a belly. Just looked back at the photos. Didn't really have much of a belly. It wasn't a skinny thin fish. It needs to be feeding up. I reckon if it had had a bit of a belly on it, it might have gone over Dominic's 13.2. But you can see it was just a standard pike that just needs to feed up a little bit. Yeah, it was a really nice one. The thing is, in this lake, or in these ponds, I'm fishing the middle pond today, as the top pond. There are bigger fish in here. There's certainly a PB for me. So, yeah, you never know. You never know. There's a lot of people walking through today, dog walkers, and just people wandering through. And usually they're a little bit ratty and quite moody and don't really say good morning too much to you. But today it's like it's a whole new different place, really. It's everyone saying hello and goodbye, and not goodbye, but hello, how are you, and how's the fishing, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's nice. I'm on a bit of a patrol route. I'm on a bit of a it's not a game trail, but it's like a game trail. So, but for humans, people obviously are walking through here. I've had a couple of recasts, hoping it might induce a take. I've also done some jigging, not jigging with bait, not jigging with a jig, but jigging with my bait, just sort of jigging it back. A bit like trying to tease a kitten with a ball of string. I've deepened up the rigs a little bit as well. There's a little bit of tow on the water, and it's sort of pulling my baits out of position. So I'm fishing free roving setup on both rods with a ball bob, 12 gram, 40mm ball bob with a 12 gram egg sinker. And I'm fishing around, I don't know, 3 foot maybe, give or take. Yeah, I started off on bottom, but there's so much blanket weed, I'm just getting caught up in it all the time. So I just get a bit fed up with that and just decided to shallow up a little bit, and that's when I had the fish. So it's obviously where it's not falling on top of the weed, on top of the blanket weed. I don't mind it falling on weed, but blanket weed, it's all stuck in it and God knows what. The take was quite unusual. I was looking away, and as I looked back, I could see it sharply pull under and come back up, but it didn't move off the spot. And as you saw on the footage, I walked down there, picked the rod up, sort of waiting for it to sort of move, and nothing moved. So I thought it was a drop run. So I tightened down to the fish, not hard, just sort of tighten the line up a little bit to see, and just sort of give it a little movement, just to see if the fish moves away and moves off with the bait. And it started to move off a little bit slowly. I knew the fish was still there. Give me enough indication, these little subtle indication that the fish was still there. And that's when I decided to wind down and strike on it. It's the last thing I wanted to do, because that's the kind of bites that a larger fish would give. Eating it on the spot sort of thing, and not moving off, or moving off very slowly with it. So, I mean, it was a double figure fish. So yeah, you don't know who you are to class what a larger fish would be, but I class a double to be a larger fish. I don't really get the opportunity to fish too many places for bigger fish. Hence the reason my PBs are not of any much cop, to be honest. Not with pike anyway. Back in the day I used to do a lot better for zander. It's a lot better Zander angler than I was ever a piker. But yeah, I don't take it too seriously. I just enjoy what I do. I'm enjoying the competition. It's been good actually. I could have quite easily turned over and gone back to sleep this morning, but I didn't. I got up, knew I had the competition, knew I needed to get myself in the game. Yeah, in quite a bit of pain at the moment, not gonna lie. Bit of back pain, bit of knee pain, trouble. Just gonna take my time, getting to the swim and obviously leaving. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the competition. It's good. You've got to make sure you watch the lives. I know you guys have mixed feelings, and the reason why I say mixed feelings about the lives because of obviously the likes and dislike content buttons tells me what I need to know, and it's just 4 lads, you know, having a bit of banter, nothing serious, lad jokes. You know, maybe something out of a loaded magazine in the 90s. But yeah, it's just a bit of laugh. It's nothing serious, you know. Bit of giggle. But I wouldn't say it's for the purist. Definitely not for the purist. Do I consider myself to be a purist? No. But I do have purist tendencies. There's certain things I like to be pure in fishing. Or traditional, if you want to call it that. But yeah, it's kind of the reason why I'm making a video the way I'm making it at the moment is because this is my update video really. What you'll see at the end of November, hopefully if I've done quite a few sessions, I'll stitch them all into one video, so you'll see different highlights and different sessions. But because like I said, I didn't video the first 2 sessions, or first 3 sessions, sorry, didn't video them at all. There was no other footage other than the ones you're getting today from today's session. Anyway, I'm going to shut camera off now, so next time you'll speak to me I'll either have another fish in my hand, so I'm going to leave about 12 o'clock, or pack my stuff down slowly so I can beat the school kids to the bus. So if I pack up about 12 o'clock, oh, what's going on now? Thought I had a little twinge on the sardine again. No, I just think it's possibly caught on top of the weed. But yeah, pack down around 12 maybe. The time I walk back to the bus stop should only take 5 minutes, but me it'll probably take half an hour, maybe a bit longer. I've got work tomorrow, so I don't want to blow myself out for that. And go home, have a bit of rest. I've got some more editing to do elsewhere on other videos, and also maybe start editing this one as well. But yeah, so next time I speak to you, hopefully I'll have a fish in my arms. If not, I'll just come back and I'll just do a last minute conclusion. I don't want to make the video too long. Alright folks, see you in a bit. Oh, that's so good. It's so cold outside. You can probably tell from my red face. Oh, I really needed that coffee. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm back home now. Found this on the mat when I came in. The new Tightlines magazine from the PAC, so the Pike Anglers Club of Great Britain. Make sure you sign up. This helps with the conservation of the species that you like to go out fishing for, which is the pike. You know, I assume you're watching this channel because you like pike fishing and predator fishing. So make sure you join the PAC, and make sure the money and membership and all goes towards helping the cause of looking after our beautiful species of pike. Anyway, conclusion. Only had that one fish. I didn't have any more than that one fish, but it was really good fun. Really enjoyed it. I did cut the session fairly short. You know, I packed up at 12 o'clock. You know, I started walking back to the bus stop, 30:30. Around that time I got there, and then got the bus home, and it's sort of, I got home about 1:15, something like that. So I was going to leave at 1 o'clock anyway. I just fancied that. I had the double. No more fish after that. The sun really got high in the sky and really put some light down, like harsh light. And I think the fish switched off. You know, you didn't see any dimpling or toppling or any carp movement. When I turned up this morning at sort of 7:30, 7:15, the place was alive with movement of fish. So even the ducks went asleep and the geese. So yeah, it goes to show. You can see my face is really, really red as well, where I've obviously caught the sun with the wind factor hitting my face as well, because it was really chilly out, really cold. So really, really enjoyed that cup of coffee when I came in. So yeah, Great British Pike Off. So it looks like I'm second at the moment. So going into November, I'm second. Fish was a nice fish. Just to recap on the fish, it was a really, really nice fish. It wasn't thin, it wasn't fat, it had plenty of feeding to do. Wasn't the most beautifully marked, had a few sort of knocks and scrapes, as they do up on the ponds. Occasionally you'll catch a diamond fish up there where it's literally, it's been carved out of wood. It's beautiful. I've had a few up there like that now where there's not a mark or blemish on them. But the majority of the pike up there have probably been caught so many times, and where it's really silty and the place doesn't get looked after, you know, the warrior fish. You know, like when you see these carp anglers go out and they catch these big, beautiful dark commons and dark mirrors, and you know, the winter colours, and they've got like marks and scratches and scrapes on them and that, and you know, carp anglers call them warrior fish, or you know, that kind of thing. And it's the same with the pike up in this water. But unfortunately, I think you know, pike, when they're a little bit beaten up, I don't mind it personally, but a lot of people don't like the look of them like that. As long as they're healthy and there's no red sores and stuff like that, and you know, make sure you medicate your pike. As you can see, I didn't show you me unhooking it. It was fairly straightforward. I had to come in behind the gills just to get the bottom treble out. But 2 seconds, maybe I'll show you how to unhook pike one day when I get round to it. But yeah, £11 free. Got a few sort of marks on my hand from the raker rash. You may have seen some of the pictures after the footage of me showing you the pike. Yeah, so really, really pleased for a 4.5 hour session. One fish, but a double. I can't complain really. As for the ponds, I will be returning back to the ponds. It has been a year since I've been fishing up there, and they do have fish up to over £20. However, I have joined the syndicate. I don't know if you guys know about this, but you certainly do if you are on my Facebook page. Make sure you go and like my Facebook page, because you get all updates on there about all my fishing and all manner of things to do with angling and me and angling sort of thing. So make sure you go and have a look at that. And yeah, just to say that I've joined a syndicate lake. Just waiting for my key code now, and my card to come back to me, and then maybe this time next week I can be fishing up there. So really, really looking forward to that. It's not too far from my home, so come summer I can get up there and do some summer sessions. But at the moment it's all about the pike, and it's really nice. I've had 3 fish now. Within a month I've had 3 fish, which isn't brilliant. I've had 4 sessions, 3 fish, 1 drop run, so it's not the best in the world. I've had better seasons. So yeah, the other guys, so I think I'm second in the standings, as I spoke about. You know, Dom's obviously leader at the moment, but things can change. As I said to him the other day on Messenger, we was having a chat, 4 of us, and I said that it only takes, you know, you could go out 15 times, 20 times, I go out once and I can end up being lucky and catching that lucky fish. Obviously you've got to be in the right place at the right time and put yourself on the bank, but yeah, it doesn't take much to be in the right place at the right time, you know. Once you've got that bait in the water and you try and make that bait work for you, be it a lure or a dead bait or a live bait, then you're in with that chance of picking the fish up. So, I mean, we was talking about it the other night, and I think a low 20 or an upper double or a low 20 is probably going to win the competition. Just judging by the type of waters that we all fish. I'm not saying that we haven't got a chance to hit a 30. You know, it's a very long shot, but it's a shot all the same. It can happen. Some of the places I fish, you can certainly have a chance of hitting a 30, but it's a very big long shot. But yeah, nothing really left to say apart from watch out for next month's one. We will be doing another live, so there'll be I think the Great British Pike Off live part 3 or episode 3 will be up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Not too sure yet. We haven't planned that, but yeah, hope you're enjoying that. It's a lot of fun, a lot of banter, a lot of lad jokes. So I hope you don't take it all too personally or get too carried away with it. It's just 4 blokes, 4 mates having a bit of a giggle together. And hopefully some of you guys can join in as well. So it's really great to see some of the new faces as well as the ones that have been showing up every time we've done a live. But yes, nothing left to say other than good luck to the other competitors. Make sure you go and check out their channels. Like I say, link description below and up in the card in the corner. So go and check their channels out. Like, comment and subscribe. Make sure you can leave a comment. Tell me how you feel I'm going to be getting on. What my chances are for the rest of the season compared to the other 3. Give it a like, a thumbs up. Or equally, if you want to give it a thumbs down, it makes no odds to me. It's really nice if you could give me a thumbs up, but it's all feedback for the channel, and also, you know, it shows that you watch my video. Second to that, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification, and then you'll get updates of all the videos that I'm going to be producing. I've got loads coming up. Like I say, follow me on Facebook, so I'm always giving out news, exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm doing, everything to do with fishing, float making, you name it. And yeah, nothing more left to say than thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the bank really soon. Tightline and Deadbaits.